Hi everyone, Liz here. Thanks for stopping by. So the time has come. I am going to have to kit up my monster canvas. This is 90 by 65 Craft Buddy Crystal Art Christmas in the Forest, and it's Santa and all the animals. I'll put a picture in because at the moment the way my desk's situated I can't get it all on my desk. But yeah, it's well, they call it a partial because the faces and the eyes on the animals and Santa don't have any diamonds on, but it is full coverage. But it is a complete canvas already stretched onto your frame. So they are a little bit more awkward to do. I did one last year of Santa Express, and yeah, it's great fun to do. The middle's a little bit difficult to get to depending on how you work on your canvas, but I've got about 7-8 weeks-ish to get this done for Christmas. Really, I ought to be getting it done well before Christmas so that I can actually have it up for Christmas. But yeah, I think by the time it's finished I may actually want to leave it out for the whole of the year because it will take me quite a while to do. It is the biggest. Well, it is practically full drill because there's not really a lot of partial as such on it. So yeah, it is. It's going to be the biggest one that I will have completed once I get it done. She says before she's even started it. But yeah, I do want to get it done for Christmas. So even though I've got lots of other things going on at the moment and taking part in events and things, I do need to get this one done. I suppose I could enter it into Cindy, Diamond Painting Fanatics, up to Snow Good. I don't know if I've missed the entries or not, but anyway, we'll see where we are from there. So I've the key code. It's still on my printer. I'm just thinking, oh no, what have I done with it? The key code is always on the back of these canvases, so you have to cut them off unless you want to leave it there. But I like to copy mine so that I have the paper copy on my bottles, my storage bottles. Okay, so that's that one. I've got a tray ready for the crystals. Now, if I remember, when I unboxed this, this is the one that's got the huge amounts of drills. So I'm going to put some into these big tubs as well. It's only, did I say 27 colours, but I am going to use my 60 storage case as well for this. Whew, goodness me. So we're going to do this. So I think I'll do these first because I will want a little bit of each in these. I have run the key code, to say I copied it and I've run it through my Xyron sticker maker. So this is now sticky to go onto all of my bottles. I think I'll put these on first and then we'll tackle the drills. Ooh, it's all exciting stuff. So I hope everybody's doing okay and that life is treating you as kindly as possible. If when you're doing these stickers, if you leave them on the carrier sheet, then they stay stuck there, but they're all separated so they're easier to peel off rather than cutting them out completely. And then you have to get your tweezers or your nails underneath to try and get the stickers off. And yeah, it's you need a lot of patience to do that. Oh dear. Yeah, it's raining again in the UK since we had that lovely, well, overly lovely hot summer. We seem to have had nothing but rain, but we have still got a hosepipe ban, which is quite strange. But the reservoirs are so low that they're wanting to still preserve a little bit of water and build up some of the stock so that if it happens again next year, hopefully we won't be crying out for water quite so much. Right, let's just get these cut and put onto the bottles. So yeah, I'm sorting out all my Christmas items as well. I forgot I have actually got some things that I didn't do last year, which is quite amazing really, because I had an awful lot and I did think I'd got a lot done. I think I practically did one item a day in December. Mind you, hubby did go in hospital early on in December. Hubby did go in hospital. have been for my COVID jab, which I thought was my 3rd COVID jab. Sorry, my 4th COVID jab. No, I thought it was my 3rd. I thought I'd only had 2. But then when the nurse was doing my jab, she said, oh no, this is your 4th. You did have your 3rd in December. And to be honest, I'd completely forgotten about it. And it's because hubby went in hospital the day after. The day I went and had my COVID jab, he came along with me, but he stayed in the car because he wasn't feeling very well, because he was going to have like a little bit of a bob around and have a look around, because the chemist that I went to was actually in one of our supermarkets. So he was going to come and have a look around the supermarket with me, but he was feeling very, very off it and very sick. So yeah, he stayed in the car, and then he'd been sick quite a few times. Fortunately, we're prepared. So we had things with us. I won't go into details. But yeah, and then he came home and he went to bed, and then all of the next day he was being sick. And I did call an ambulance, and he refused to go to hospital. And then he carried on being sick, and I called an ambulance again, and they said, you're going to have to come to hospital, because his immunity system at that time was so low, and I couldn't get any food or water or anything down him, because everything was just, unfortunately, coming back up. So, I couldn't get any of his medication or anything. So he had to go in because he was dehydrated, and, he'd not eaten anything either. So they took him in, and unfortunately he was in for the whole of Christmas, but I did manage to get him out on Christmas Day. Yeah, I went and broke him free on Christmas Day. No, they did say he was allowed. Obviously, as I say, COVID had Christmas Day off, because you were allowed to go into hospital on Christmas Day. Anyway, so that was Christmas last year. So I'd completely forgotten, as it were, that I'd actually been in and had a 3rd jab. I thought I'd only had the 4. Right, I just want my labels. Let me just find, look at this, I'm organised. I've got them all in folders now. So, and they're just on the shelf next to me, so I can find my little labels. That's squares. I don't want squares, I want rounds. These are all the ones from Rebecca at More Zest. Where's my round labels? Oh, look, I'm bragging about being organised, and now I can't find them. I know, I'll just use some of these, look. Just use one of those. So I just need some labels, but yeah, I've got them all in one place now, all my labels together. Okay. And they just go back on the shelf. Oh. So if I need, well, I will need to use those, then I've got those organised. Right, so where do we start on these? Just pop those out the way for now. Right, so that one is A, so let's start at A. That sounds like a good place to begin. They're all in very big bags as well, so I may be using more than one bottle. What have I got there? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 in there. And there's 27 colours, so I think we should be alright, but we'll see how we go. Right, so let's start with an A. Nice purpley colour. Yeah, so we have had little Lottie Lou staying with us. So she's due to go home later on today. Her mummy did send me a message at 8:30 this morning saying she was at Gatwick Airport down in London. Oh, these are a bit staticky. This could be a bit fun. Okay. Say static is, look, where they're all stuck to the inside of the packet there. So we'll see how we go. We may need to get some of the little tumble dry sheets, which I believe are downstairs, so that's not good. Okay, see if these will go in here. Yes, they will. So yeah, hopefully, I believe that the train strike is off. But the train people, apparently according to the news. Didn't quite get enough notice or something, so I'm not quite sure whether all of the trains are running, but a lot of them will be. Ooh, that one's going to be a bit full, so that is there. So we need another label for this one. This is going to be our day getting up. But then I say it is the biggest canvas that I've done. So where's my lid? So we want, it's A03 and it's the letter C and it's 310. Oh, 310, blooming heck. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have bothered doing a label. Should have looked at it first, Liz. I won't overfill that either. That's funny, there's not a lot of 310. Okay, and we'll put this in here. Okay. Maybe I should have used my square containers because they hold more. If you've seen my experiment on all my containers and seeing how much everything holds. But we'll see how we go. So this is trial and error because I've not done one of this bigger before, as I say. So this one is D. Okay. And what colour are we? We're colour 312. So we're definitely going to need, I think I'll probably use one of the bigger containers for this one. So we'll fill this one up. I know that means then having 2 carriers to take around with me, but I do think it will be easier, particularly when you've got like 3 or 4 bags of something, to actually have them in a bigger tub rather than having to fill up lots of little tubs or leaving packets that then you have to open when you get to the end. Because I always find it, I think, oh, I'll just finish this, and then the last few just need a packet and you think, oh no, I'm gonna have to open a packet, and then you've got to find your scissors, and yeah, all for saving time. So if by putting them in a bigger tub saves a bit of time, brilliant, all well and good. Right, so I need to copy this out again and put it on a bigger tub. So I hope you know what I mean. I'm waffling, aren't I? So it's A04, it's the letter D, and it is 312 DMC number. Okay. This could get too complicated and I may find it comes back and to bite me and says, oh, you know, you shouldn't have done it that way. It would have been quicker just to do it this way. But I am trying it this way and we'll see how it goes. You'll have to let me know if you've got any different ways of doing things. I know we all do different ways. I know if you use the Elizabeth Ward storage, then just get rid of those. Actually, I'll use that box. I'll use this little box, look, to put my rubbish in. If you use the Elizabeth Ward storage, then I know that they're all slightly different sizes. So you'd maybe get all of your drills in one pot. But I'm not very good at that. I like to have all mine in like number order. So, oh, I can't get this lid on now. There it is. And I must get the lids on because I'm far too clumsy to be having things where the lids are open. Right, so are they all the same one? They are. So we've got 3 tubs of E. Okay. So we are definitely going to need at least 1 label. So this is A05 and it is the letter E and it is number 317 DMC code. Alright, so we'll put that on the lid there. If I start going wrong, shout, let me know. If they don't all fit in one tub, then I'm going to be a bit sunk, aren't I? But fingers crossed they will fit in one of the big tubs after I've filled up a small one. Okay. When I'm diamond painting, I always have my little trolley. It's a Hobbycraft trolley. It's more or less the same as the IKEA trolleys that you can get, you know, with the 3 tiers and the wheels on the bottom and everything. So the spares in this case, oh, you can't even see that, can you? In this case, will live on the second shelf down, and these will live on the top, so that I've got them all handy. Again, because I've tidied up, I've got my cart sort of to a bare minimum now, so that I've got plenty of space for things. Okay, so that's that one. Right, so, oh no, I need that one in it as well, don't I? This is where I start to go wrong, look. Right, so, well, that's good. So we've got plenty of space in this one. So we've got 2 and a bit packets in this one. Okay. Yeah, I think this could have been a little bit better idea doing it this way, but I'll let you know as I'm doing the painting as to whether it actually works out that way. Right, so F, again, I've got 3. So we'll need, for F, we'll need another label. And this is A06, and it is F. And we are 318. Right, so we'll definitely need another one of these. Now, whether it would have been, no, because I'm just thinking I haven't got enough tubs. I have got 27 of these, but I don't want 3 cases. So whether I'd have been better off putting them on, no. Just carry on as you are, Liz. Just carry on as you are, and we'll see where we end up. Okay. Right, so these are big packets, bigger packets than I'm used to as well. So I'll put a good amount in there. Don't overfill them because we don't need to. They're all a little bit staticky. So we'll see what fun we have when we're using them and hitting down. As I may have to put some little bits of tumble dry sheet into the containers. I did try using the little, is it Sensations ball things? Tumble dry, like ball things. But they didn't work out. They just didn't seem to make any difference at all to mine. So I just used them in the tumble dryer, and that was that. Or is it the washing? No, you're putting them in the washing machine, don't you? So I think Sensations, something like that, I think they're called. Okay. Right, so G. So G, we've only got 1. But again, I don't think this is all going to fit into 1. So, wow. So we're going to need another label. So that's, but this will only go in a little bottle. And it's G. And it's 322. Okay. Ooh. There's a magpie outside going mad. Must be a cat around. Thomas has been around again. I don't know whether I told you that he came and left us a lovely present of a dead rat on our patio the other week. Yuck. Thank you, Thomas. I saw it and it was like the middle of the night, and I thought, well, I always tie my hair up because I get quite hot on a night, and I tie my hair and put it right on the top of my head. So I've got like a top knot so that he's not around my neck on a night. I can't be doing with my hair around my neck on a night. And I thought, I can't inflict this on the neighbours. They'll probably ring the police and think there's a strange woman in the garden. Particularly in my Scotty dog night dress as well. So that's quite fun. And so yeah, I thought, well, if I leave it there, possibly he'll come back and get it. And he didn't. So it was still there the next morning. So I had to go and scoop it up. I'm getting like gloves on and a spade. And honestly, you'd have thought I was going to pick up some toxic material from the planet wherever. Rather than just collecting a dead rat to put in the dustbin. Oh. Yeah, it didn't look very pretty. I always find though, when you see rats, you always think, what? Well, is it a rat or is it a mouse? And your first thought is, oh, it's a mouse. And then you look again and you think, no, that's not a mouse. That's far too big to be a mouse. You know, because mice are only real teeny tiny little things, aren't they? Well, they are in where we live anyway, like little tiny things. So yeah, and stopping Millie from getting it as well, because obviously, I mean, the trouble is with rats, if they've eaten any poison or whatever, apparently it can come through onto the fur. And oh, this is 3 packets again, so we're going to need a big bottle for this one. And it can then come, as I say, because the poison can come through onto the fur, and then if your dog or whatever picks it up, or your cat, it can actually poison them as well. So it's not brilliant, it's not good. So I do try and keep an eye out. As I say, we are quite near water, and I don't want rats getting in the house particularly. I mean, to be fair, with the amount of cats that we have around here, it's amazing that there are any rats. But, yeah, for all his size, Thomas is a really, really good ratter. And I suppose because we've had quite a bit of water recently, the rats have maybe been coming to the surface a little bit more and coming out a little bit more. And yeah, he just brought me a present. So thanks very much. They're the sort of presents that, yeah, thank you. But next time, can you bring me a bunch of flowers or a box of chocolates or a few pound notes, you know, would be quite nice. Dead rats are definitely not on my Christmas shopping list. So, yeah, Thomas is still around. Lottie's not met him though. He's stayed away while we've had Lottie. So that's been interesting. You know, I say he's not frightened of Millie. He tends to batter her if she comes anywhere near him. Right, so Jay may all fit into one bottle, we'll see, because this doesn't, it's quite a big pack still though. It's only half a pack though, we'll see. And yes, I've been for my COVID jab. Hubby's been and got his new glasses, so he's a whole new man now, smiling at everybody, telling everybody, oh, do you like my new glasses? And they do really suit him. They're, you know, really different for what he's normally had. It seems as though we're going back to the 80s and having all the really big glasses again. You know, everybody went really, really small with the glasses at one bit. And now it seems as though everybody's having big plastic frames again. So what goes around comes around. But I must admit, I do prefer a bigger glass, mainly because you can use them with sunglasses as well if you've got your reactor light ones. So you don't have to keep taking your glasses on and off. Just the smaller ones, I always found that I'd get my face a little bit, well, if I went out in the sun, which I don't much, sunburnt from where my glasses weren't covering. And you'd find that you could sort of like see the rims of your glasses as well, whereas when you get a bigger pair of glasses, bigger frames, you don't see the glasses quite so much. Oh, Lottie must be warm. She's sort of like laid half out of the bed and half in the bed at the moment. So since I did my craft room up, I now have a dog bed in the corner of the room. Because the dogs used to sleep on the bed that was in here, but we made the decision to take it back out again. So yeah, we now have a dog bed instead of a bed. So if anybody comes to stay, yeah, there's plenty of room in the dog basket with the dog. No, I'm kidding. Oh dear. Right. This next lot out here. That is the chair, not me. I keep having to say that, but it definitely is the chair, not me. Okay, so we have 3 bags of L. So we're on to L now. Where did I put my scissors? They're buried over there. Okay. So we're going to need another big pot. So this one is a 12. It is L and it is 415. The ladies from my last 2 giveaways still have not contacted me, which is very sad. So I'll give, particularly on the pen, I'll give that one another few days, and I will withdraw. I will redraw that one, but the Halloween one, I'll do something else in place of that one, because I don't think anybody's going to want a Halloween painting at this time of year. We're looking at Christmas, yay! Start taking, well, I have started taking my Halloween pictures down. Can't speak now. And getting those sorted out. And I am going to start putting Christmas pictures up. I don't care. I was going to put other pictures up, and then I thought, no, I'm going to start putting my Christmas pictures up now. So, see if Hubby notices. Mind you, to be fair, these days we do tend to say, what day is it? It was Monday today, and we've been convinced it was Sunday today, so don't ask, just don't ask. We're just completely out of things at the moment. We just don't know where we are, who we are, what we're doing, and what's going on. Right, I'm definitely going to need another, but only a little pot for this one. So, wanting to have a bit of a spin. And it's an M, and it's 498. Okay. Oh, looking for the lid, and it's on top of the container still. Oh dear. Right, so are you starting your Christmas paintings yet? Let me know. Have you started any Christmas ones, or are you still doing events? I am doing November. Actually, this big painting has got a gnome on it, so yeah, I didn't realise. Well, it's a pixie, I suppose, really, rather than a gnome, but yeah. Oh, and I had a catastrophe. Oh my goodness me. This one. Oh, these next two don't look as though they need any extras. They're really small amounts. Yeah, I managed to, I don't know, I said I have my little trolley next to me, and I'd put my tray with my drills on top of the trolley, flat as I thought, but it can't have been, because I put it there, and as I walked into the kitchen, I just heard a pfft, and the drills just went everywhere. And yeah, they're all crystal gems, and I find that they're not brilliant to pick up and then reuse, and because we've got a dog, we do end up with fluff and dog hair and things. So yeah, fortunately it was the red colour, so I do have a lot of spare red gems, but I have to say I did say a few choice words, and Hubby just looked at me and went, "You've done it again, haven't you?" So how were they not flat? And it must have taken me maybe 10-20 seconds to walk to the kitchen door from where I'd been sat. So it's not like they just jumped straight away, you know. They'd obviously just slowly in slow motion gone, because if I'd have noticed them started to move as I was walking past them, and Millie was nowhere near and Lottie was nowhere near, so it wasn't the dogs or anything. I was, oh, flipping heck. And various different words to that effect. Right, need another little pot for that one. Okay, so we're A16 and we're P and we're 754. If I write all the information on, then if I can't read one part of my writing, hopefully I can read the rest. That's my thinking anyway, and I'm sticking to it. I am spilling the odd one, but with this amount of drills, I do believe I'll have plenty of spares, so I am not picking up odd ones. Right, so R, they may or may not all fit in one, we'll see. STUV, yeah, I think these are all possibly going to need extras, but we'll see where we go. So R, R, R. Oh, speaking of seals, just how my brain works, sorry. The Donna Nook seals, we have a place on the is it East Coast? Oh yeah, it is still the East Coast of the UK. Just pick these bits up, I'll get rid of them. Called Donna Nook. and it's where all the seals come every year to have their babies and then go back into the sea. Apparently they look after the babies for 3 months, and then after 3 months they just say bye and leave them. So yeah, and we've been a couple of times to see them, and it's absolutely fantastic. They as I say, they come every year, and you can go and watch them from a distance. And I'll put a couple of photographs at the end of the video if you'd like to see the baby seals. They're so cute, little white fluffy things. And yeah, there's just hundreds of them come every year. And we belong, like, the Facebook group, and they let you know when the first one was born, and the first seals started arriving a couple of weeks ago, and the first ones have now been born. So yeah. I know my friend whose birthday is the 11th of November. We took her on her birthday once to go and see them, because that was a real treat. That was really good. And yeah, seeing all the baby seals. But as it's got more popular, because it's on like our local news station now and things, that you don't get as close as you used to, and you don't see as much. You used to be able to walk quite a long way. Like, they put a fence up, but quite a long way along the fence, and see quite a big amount of the seals. But now there's just a small place where you can actually stand and see them. And they do come right up to the fence, but they've put an extra fence there now as well, because they don't want anybody getting bitten. I know seals look really, really cute and cuddly and very white and fluffy, but one of the wardens we were talking to when we went, he was saying that actually if you get bitten by a baby seal, it's like being attacked by a fox. You know, they've got razor sharp teeth, which, I mean, they've got to have, because being wild animals, you know, they've got to be able to defend themselves. So yeah, there's is that V? Am I doing V? I've just picked up you. What are you doing, Liz? Stop talking and get on with it. So yeah, they've got to be able to defend themselves, but they're so cute. And you just think, oh, look at that little seal. But yeah, obviously you can't go near them. The mums as well can really move. I mean, you look at the size of some of the seals and you think, oh, that's never going to chase after me. But blinking heck, if you see something going anywhere near the baby while mum's looking after it, oh, it's a ferocious thing, and they're enormous. And they do have arguments between one another as well. I would love to have seen one born. We've seen one that was literally 10 minutes old. We just missed it. But they do literally just give birth. It's just like bloop, and it's out, and that's it. So you've got to be really just actually focusing on that seal, and you don't know which one is going to give birth. There's no like indication. So, you know, you're very lucky if you actually see it happening. But yeah, it's just amazing. It's one of those things that unless you've been to see it, you can't really describe it and tell anybody else. So I feel really lucky that we've been a few times, but sadly now, even with hubby's electric wheelchair, he's not going to be able to get there to see it anymore. The paths just aren't wheelchair friendly, unfortunately. You know, they've tried to make it as friendly as possible, but yeah, and particularly with the weather we're getting at the moment, it's just raining so much, and it'll be very, very muddy there as well. So but we're watching it on Facebook, and we're seeing all the babies. And there's one seal that they call rope neck, and it's basically because at some point this poor seal has had a rope around its neck, and the rope's, you know, grown, well, the seal has grown into the rope, and it's sort of like left a mark on the seal's neck. Somebody at some point has taken the rope off, but there is still a mark right around the seal's neck where the rope was. So yeah, she's called rope neck, and she comes every year, so I don't think she's been spotted yet. So we're on the hunt or wait list, as it were, for her to turn up. And I'm sure there's a few others and things that have got names as well. But yeah, it's a great thing. And I do follow a group actually on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen it. And they actually go out onto, I think it's in the in America somewhere. I don't think it's the UK anyway, because the chaps doing it do seem to have American accents. And they go chasing after the seals, and they take any of the debris and any of the ropes or old fishing lines or old fishing hooks and things off seals. They go chasing after them, and they catch them and, you know, untangle them from all the bits and pieces. So they're doing a sterling job. That's a really wonderful thing to do. Go and help save them. It's like, I know there's quite a few people on various platforms, social media platforms, help with turtles and things like that get wrapped up in all twine and fishing nets and all sorts of things, but these chaps just literally go, well, I presume they'd help a seal anyway, a turtle anyway, but they mainly do the seals. They go into the big packs of seals, and it's real funny because obviously the seals are terrified, but at some point they do seem to click that they are being helped, and one more or less just turned round and said thank you. You know, it's sort of like just turned round and looked back and cocked its head and then went for the sea. You know, it's a wonderful thing. I think they do realise that people are trying to help, even if it's people that have caused the trauma in the first place. Oh, look, I can get all them in there and I've just written another label. Never mind. I should have tried it first. It is a little bit full, but never mind. I'll take the label off. Use it for... Oh, no, I can't really use it, can I? What am I saying? Liz, just stop it. Put that there. Right, so we're on Z now. So what are all these then? Are these all spares? Oh, these are all spares. Oh, my goodness me. These are all spares of the... Oh, this is going to be... Okay. So I've done this different... I'm just looking at these thinking, what are all these? And then realising that these are all... these, but they've put them in extra. Oh, that's odd. Okay. Oh, that's strange. Okay. Oh, well, we'll have a look at those in a second once I've done all these. Yeah, if I remember when I did my unboxing, they were like separate. So I wonder if they've just not put enough in, but there's no sort of like kit number on these either. Strange. Okay. Will all these fit in here? Yes, if I tap them down a bit. I'm determined I'm going to get them all in. Come on, little critters, in you get, in you get. Right. Now the lid's trying to run away from me. So what are we on now? So we're on A, B and E. I was just thinking I've only got 3 bottles left and I've got all these drills over here. Oh dear. Right, so these are A, so that's 3 A's. Little A. And we've got 1 B. And then we've got 3 E's. So let's see if this... Just put that back in there for now. Let's see if B will all fit in. I don't think it will, but we'll give it a go. And then we'll have a look at A and E. A and E? Who have seen enough of those in the last 3 years to last me a lifetime. No, thank you very much. Yeah, they're all fitting in there. Oh, and hubby loves watching those programmes on television, A and E. Oh, can't watch them. Can't watch them. Even though we actually have a programme in Hull about Hull A&E, accident and emergency, that is. And yeah, the people that we've actually seen and the doctors that we've seen when we've been in there are on it. And yeah, I just can't watch it. Actually, I'm going to write that out again. That's terrible. I've done an at sign instead of an A. Oh dear. I need to go back to school. 3770. Right, so that's definitely going to be a biggie. So if I've done all these in small ones and I should have used a big one, I shall not be happy. Those spares, right. Let's see where we are. Let's get this one open. Very strange. I'll have to ask on the Facebook group for Craft Buddy. I won't do that too full. And see if anybody else has had this problem. They never put any sort of like notes or anything in to let you know what's going on or why they've done it. It's just sort of like blunk in there, and you've just got to figure it out yourself. I know you can ask. But yeah, by the time you come round to it, I mean, if I go downstairs now and send an email, then by the time I get the reply, I'll have done 20 other things. So I like to get this done and out the way now. All right, but yeah, I think it's been a good call using these bigger pots, because at least I've got them all in one place. Okay, and then lastly then is E, which is this one, which is the white AB coated. So this one is A27, or is it AB coated? And it's E. Oh, I've done that wrong as well. A27. And it's a letter E. And they've just put a 5200, but I thought these were... Well, maybe they're not. Well, maybe they are just plain like... Yeah, they are. I thought they were Aurora Borealis coated. But they're not. They're just standard whites. Okay. I will be using my mixture of ABs and whites. I like to mix in a few ABs as I'm going along, particularly when I'm doing snow scenes. You can't have snow without it being sparkly, as long as it's not yellow. Oh dear. Right, so that's... Oh, I like these big pots. I know it's a lot more to spill if you drop them. But fingers crossed, I'll have to just be very, very careful. Okay. So that's the two main bags that I've kitted up and done. So we've ended up with 9 smaller bottles and 2, 4, 6, 8 of all the large bottles. Let me just move this in so you can see there. Right, so what are these? And do we already have them? So E. We've got another 2 bags of E. So, even my glasses have decided to jump in and have a closer look. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely the same colour. So do I do another bottle? I suppose I could. This is very strange, very strange. Let's see if I can get another one pack in then. See if just one more will fit in. Could they really have miscounted that much as they've done the run on the drills? So, because it's strange that there's no kit number on these. Very strange. Okay. So, will another packet fit in? Yes, but only just. So I won't get the next pack in. So do I then, I think I'll just then have to keep that in the bag, which I didn't really want to do. So that's E, but maybe I won't need them. Okay. So then F. Oh my goodness, we've got another 4 bags of F. Okay, I'll have a look at that one in a minute. Excuse me. That one's H. So we didn't have an extra one of H. Well, that's a different colour. That's not the same colour. Oh dear. Right, is that the same? See, F's the same colour. And E, yeah, was definitely the same colour. Just the horrible thought then that I'd put the wrong ones in. So that's a different colour. So I'm not going to put that one in. That's more, well, it's not even that colour, is it? Unless that was the wrong colour and that's the right colour. Oh, I'm going to have to get in touch with them, aren't I? Oh, flipping heck. Right, so L. We've got 3 bags of L. So is L the same colour? JKL. Yeah, that looks the same colour. And I'll probably get another 1 in there. So I'll just put 1 in there for now. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'm easily confused. I can do without kits confusing me. I hope the other one's not like this. I'm going to have to do the kitting up on the other one as well, aren't I? Because I need to know what I'm doing and what's going on. Oh, will they fit in? Not really, not really, not really. Right. Let's give it a bit of a tap and get rid of some of the air like you do with flour. JKL. Oh, I've got a little bit of room in here, so just scoop a few. Oh, throw a few off the top. Yay! Let's make a mess, Liz. Let's make a mess. Okay, so put that one back. So let's just escort these off the desk and then we'll get them into this little tub here. Right, oh, that's it. Oops, just an odd one that's decided to escape. Right. So what's the next one then? That one is X, which we've got that one there, and then we've got that one there. So let's see, because this is the right colour. It's just that blue that's not the right colour. Not good. I don't really want 3 of these either. Shall I put them in a bigger one? Let's see how many I end up with left over. I'll put them into a bigger one then. So let's just move those over. See if this label will come off here. Oh, why did this have to turn out complicated? I can do without it. Put those in there, so that's now empty. Okay, put those in there, so that's... And then E, I've got another, oh no, A, sorry, another huge 3 bags of this one. I don't even know whether they will all go in there. Put that back there. There's not a lot of room in there. It's the one that's a bit smaller. No, not necessarily. See if I can get any in anyway. Oh, do I do more than one big thing of those? I think I might just get them emptied. This is not what I wanted to do. Better not knock too much, Lottie will think her mum's come to collect her. Somebody knocking at the door. Okay. Remember when I opened these that they're exceptionally full. Mind you, if I'm going to do another one. Oh, I just chuck those all over now. Right. And then E, which is the white ones. See if I can throw these all over as well. This has got me all confused. I'm thinking now. I don't like this. They've fitted in there. Okay. See, it is a huge painting though for only 27 colours, I suppose. Right, so then there are all the F's. Do I do another one with F's in? I suppose I could. No, I'm going to leave it as it is for now. I could take those out and just put the spares in there, I suppose. No, I'll put them in the... and I'll give them... but I'm concerned that that is just a completely different colour to that. You know, it's not even similar, is it? It's a real different colour. And it's definitely that one. Oh dear, so I need to ask them about that. I'll put these into here, which I say I didn't want to do. Best laid plans, I was doing it into these so that I didn't have to have spares stuck in there, but never mind. That's how it's worked out. And I will have to email them and ask them about this H letter. I have been selling this kit off and I wonder if that's why. Okay, well, a slightly different kitting up with a slightly, well, a very different set of drills. Got me pondering now. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this little natter with me, and as I say, stay tuned and I'll put some little pictures of some seals at the end for you. If you have got any comments or questions, leave them in the comments down below, and if you've enjoyed the video, thumbs ups are always very much appreciated. And if you would like to join our little family and see what I get up to next, then if you press that subscribe button and the all notifications bell next to it, you'll be notified when any of my videos come up so you won't miss anything. Yay! Okay, well, thanks ever so much for stopping by, and I do hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.